sent an invitation to Martin, and he showed up. And he and Alan have talked a lot, I know, over the last 3 years. And so I asked him if he would just come up and say something, anything he wants to say about Dr. Dotson and physics and whatever else. So, would you come up?
Yep. Great. Thanks, folks, for a moment of your time. It's such a great honor to talk about my physics instructor. I think I'm going to get choked up. And it starts with The Dancing Woolly Mask. It was a book that he found that was a non-mathematic look at new science. And he offered a winter term course in it where you were exploring and discussing and doing your best to understand where the frontier of physics was. And it was extraordinarily exciting for me to be part of. You see, I wanted to be a physics instructor, and I wanted to be a physicist. But after the third time of taking calculus here, I decided another career path. And I do now know it had something to do with my dyslexia and fundamentals of mathematics. But it didn't stop me from being able to talk to Dotson, to be in a class, to be with a man that truly valued that not only that I thought, but that I pushed the realms of thinking. And that's, to me, one of the most important things you can take away from school is, I say, think until it hurts. When you find something you hate, go over and stand in those shoes and learn to love it. And then you see both perspectives. And Dr. Dotson, as a physicist, took so much pride in this that I want to talk about that because, to me, he's one of the many people that embodied this. You know, I believe what we hate the most is part of us that we haven't looked at yet. And that Dotson, through the lens of physics, whatever you gave him, his goal was, one, first see through your eyes, and then challenge you to look deeper. And one of the things that really surprised me with it is when I found his book, because I've known him for well over, since 80-something or whatever, and I found from his book his passion of his faith. And I realized, think about this man that I've known for all these years, and the only reason his faith would come up is if I brought it up. And that, to me, anchors in that, one, his commitment that I see things the best I can and see as deep as possible. And so this man that's devout Christian and a scientist and a physicist who wrote a book on exploring both of these, I didn't know about till later in life. And I didn't know about it because it didn't serve me in the conversations we were directly having to do. And that's the type of commitment I want to let you understand. It didn't mean if I didn't bring it up, it wouldn't occur. But what he cared about is, what am I doing, and am I exploring it as deeply as possible? Now, I do want to suggest that he probably didn't retire back when the Higgs boson came out because he was worried of maybe being called on it. You can talk about it with that. But I do think retiring around the discovery of the black hole and the two galaxies that don't have dark matter in it, that was a pretty cool stunt you pulled. So I want to acknowledge you for that. And what I want to invite you is, Dotson invites us, when you have something you're thinking about, until you've challenged yourself so deeply that you truly see the other side to almost join it, you haven't even started thinking. And it's hard to imagine that a physics teacher has inspired that as one of the mentors in me, but he did. And so I really want to thank you, Sir Dotson, for it, and giving me permission to be a physicist without a physics degree at heart. So thank you very much. Give a round of applause.